everybody, it's 22nd of November, 2022. You can only need one thing, that's right, it's another Brews Day. Last episode, we kind of beansed one of our beers. I think it was the complicated one, or the challenging one. I didn't realise that it has to have 6 flavour notes, but no flavour note is above strength 4. For some reason, I thought like we could just, make it extremely flavourful. They want something that is slightly flavourful, not too much. That being said, I don't exactly know what a flavour note is. I'm kind of the opinion that it might be that... where are my ingredients? Like these things where it says the flavour notes here, and it says like herbal 7, floral 4, mint 3, woody 3, citrus 2. I think it's these. I think if you add like a mint to a mint, like if I add mint 2 to mint 3, you'll get like mint 5. I don't know exactly how this works, with the brewing times and so on and so forth, but this is kind of like my assumption on it. So I think we want stuff that is very low on that scale. So for that goal, we're probably going to want something fairly light, like a very pale ale. A blonde even. So I'm going to pin the blonde ale right now. And let's see what the catalogue says about my pinned recipe. Okay, we have all the cooler stuff. These are what I want to check. So these are 555. Cream and crunch 3, fruit spice 3. What do? You're 4666. But you have citrus on there. So I don't know if these citruses go together and kind of ruin it. Then they have lowness here. Okay, Crystal Amber, you're just too flavorful for this. You're far too flavorful. Honestly, we're basically trying to brew some sort of lager here. Some I was going to say cheap, but some mass-produced, honestly, just garbage. Just slightly flavoured water. That's what we're making here. That's my aim. So I think we're going to do this blonde ale, but I think I'm going to use only Cascader, and I might only use half the amount of it. I might just use American Pale Ale plus Cascader and see how that goes. There's no alcohol percentage limit on either, so I don't really care if I take the grains down. Alright, this is the game plan. We have everything. Oh, the other thing I didn't notice, by the way, I didn't realize I have a story objective again, so I have to obtain a medium mash tun, a fermentation container, and a conditioning container. Which is very unfortunate because I purchased all the large stuff. So, yeah. But let's get the medium one. We need the medium fermentation container. We'll grab it. And did I need... What did you say you wanted the other thing, guys? Sorry. Conditioning, fermentation. I can't even know what I just bought. Not the kettle. You want this. You want that. So that should be the story objective done. Perfect. So now we just wait till next season. I'm going to guess that they're going to ask me to brew a medium beer next season, so... Let's knock that on the head now. Right, give me one of these. Don't need this right now. I need this as well, please. Okay. You here, you here. You are going to need to be filled with water. A little bit of frame drop there. I guess the performance was, too high on this game. An American Pale Ale will retrieve 3 kilos of this stuff. Alright. We'll die hard it. and get this in. And this is the only grain I'm going to put in. What I'm imagining now, so often if you come round to my residence, I have a mighty fine cask ale selection with the intention that I'm going to drink it all. If other people come round though and they're like, oh, we want a beer, I might have like a few cans of, you know, like Foster's or something like that in, or a Budweiser or something like that. Because, you know, typically people when they say, like, oh yeah, I like a beer, I feel like they don't often mean like, I like, you know, this porter or this stout. They kind of want just a very light, slightly alcoholic drink. And I'm going to aim for that type of thing, but possibly even less so. I might even go down, and I hate to put, like, my American viewers on the spot, but something along the lines of Coors, which honestly is just water, right? It's, I swear down, Coors is not a beer product. Someone has just consumed a vast amount of beer. They've had a grand time. And what has been passed through the beer drinker, I think, is what Coors is bottled as. And it just, you know, has a small alcohol percentage on the end of it because they might be suffering from renal failure. It's just so, like, So I'm basically trying to remake Coors, I think. No offense to Coors, and if Coors wanted to sponsor this video as well, well, I guess I burned that bridge now, so apologies. I guess there's always a market for those types of beers. It's just not... It's not to my taste. It's not for my palate. My, honestly, experienced beer-guzzling palate. I like something with a little bit more... Ooh. A little bit more... Ah. A little bit more... Mmm. And a lot of the mass-produced beers just don't really do it for me. Anyway. 21 litres. I'm going to get it first time this time. I've turned the time control powers off. I missed the tap. I can live with it. Okay, let's get this boiling. So we need to get to 74. By the way, if you do come to my abode and you are a fine and distinguished, gentle person, and you do enjoy the taste of ales, of course you're welcome to have one of my mighty fine ales. I'm not a bad host. It's just the amount of times, like, you know, someone said, like, oh, I do like beer, and it's like, oh, well, I've got this. And it's not even something completely wild. Like, let's say old engine oil from, like, Harvesting, which is fairly mass-produced of, like, the ales. And they're like, oh, no, not this type of beer. I like something a little bit more pale than that. And it's like, what do you normally drink? It's like, oh, well, I normally drink Carling. I normally drink Wife Beater if you have a bottle of Wife Beater. Again, sorry to the Stella people if you were going to sponsor me. I may have burnt my bridge again there. Anyway, this is 65 degrees. We were doing this at midnight. So we'll get this done in the wee hours of the morning. So we're going to 129. Just as a reminder for myself. And for you, the viewer. Okay, we got to this point in the night as well where the radio host apparently is run out of music. He's just like, I'll just put on whatever garbage we've got on left. Like, is this just like a backing track for a Casio keyboard? Yeah, I'll just whack it on. Okay. Temperature dropped a little bit, but it doesn't matter. We don't need that much grain. I don't want to make basically just pure alcohol. Well, it's not going to be pure because fermentation, it's self-limiting. Because if you get too much alcohol in there, your yeast is just going to die. Anyway, that's done. We need to do the mash out. We've done that. And then transfer to the container. Right, give me this, please. into that. I believe in fluid dynamics, so we'll do this as well. I also believe in lowering my gas prices, so let's turn this off. Let's unpause, and... Nice. Oh, stop! Time powers! Okay, you need to get to boiling. You're biodegradable, remember. This needs to be cleaned. Okay, so we're going for boiling. Then, I'm just going to skip through this because I'm not doing the blackwood. Oh, you want some honey, do you? I think honey is too wild a flavour to deal with, so I'm not going to put honey in either. Cascader. And you're crazy if you think I'm going to put 55 grams of Cascader in there. Here you go, 25 grams. Enjoy. And I'm being generous here. Listen, if you act up, I'm going to turn these 25 grams right back around and stick them back in the fridge. And you're going to get 1 gram of Ruggle Green. Alright? God, it kind of sounds like I'm... Well, I was going to say, it kind of sounds like I'm doing drugs. It's like, oh, do you have any grams of Ruggle Green? It's like, no, sorry, we have no Ruggle... You can tell I've never done a drug deal before. Yeah, buddy, do you have a gram of Ruggle Green? It's like, oh, no, sorry, sir, I do not have any Ruggle Green on my person today. Honestly, I wouldn't... I know Ruggle Green is not the devil's lettuce, but I have no idea where I would go to even speculate about getting it, nor do I wish to, honestly. It doesn't interest me. I'm a firm believer that you can have, like, one vice, and that's it. And my vice is drinking fine ale, occasionally. Don't smoke, don't do drugs other than that. Okay. I wasn't looking at the time, so 4:03. And it's still going to go on for 10 minutes as well, so... 4:13. Alright, I'll be generous. I'll give you 1 more minute. There you go. But only because you've been good recently. Right, we'll cool it down rapidly. So give me the cooling apparatus. I need 2 of these. And 1 of these, please. There. Off. In. Connect. 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 And connect. And on. Perfect. Right, let's have a quick look at where we're at right now with this. Somehow we've still got some colour in there. I guess we did still have grain in there. I can't really tell where the flavour notes are really going to come from here. Is there a setting for it? Can I see that? Just fruit and spice right now. I hate that it says spice. It's biscuit and nutty. Okay. Obviously we have no alcohol percentage. That's far too many flavour profiles for my liking. Okay. X is still... Let's go back down. Where are you at? Nowhere. I'm not speeding up time. Don't you love to wake up early in the morning with the sweet, sweet smell? Like, normally people like, you know, the smells of bakeries and stuff if you're walking around, especially if you're, like, leaving the house early in the morning where you can smell the bakers brewing their fresh batches of bread. Don't you love, instead of bread, the sweet, bready, yeasty aromas of beer instead? Man. That honestly hits the spot for me instead. smell some delicious beer, go and have my ready breck or something. What more can a guy want? Anyway, fermentation container. Formula 1 pit stop. Jaunty camera angles. And lid on. SoCal. That might have been a 4. Was that a 4-piece wash? I lost count, to be truthful. Apologies if I committed some form of heresy there and only did 4. It was not my intention. I will punish myself later. I will drink a bottle of Coors. No, sorry. Sorry again, Coors. My bad. Anyway, so 15 days. And then we need to add some corn sugar. This will give you some carbonation. I'm basically making an alcoholic soda pop right now. Ooh, a little bit too much. But it's fine. I'll give it a little bit more pep, a little bit more spunk, a bit more vigor, a little bit more kick. I was talking about the word spunk last night with the roommate. And she's like, don't use that word. And I was like, what? It's like, in British, it means, you know, the gentleman juice. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm pretty certain the original word was like, you know, it meant that if you said something was like spunky, you said it as like a little bit of pep, a little bit, you know, a little bit of action towards it. A little bit of, what's the word? I can only think of like these little quick things like, you know, the vigor and stuff like that. And she's like, just don't ever say it again. And I'm like, oh, alright, fine. I won't. But I kind of hate that every single word it feels like is slowly being degenerated into a lewd state. And I'm worried in the future that like the English language is just going to be completely compromised. Like, oh, you can't say controller. It's like, that's a lewd word now. I'm like, why? Look, okay, let me picture this, sorry. Let me set the scene fully while this empties. Let me set the scene. You've had the Demolition Man situation. You have been frozen in ice because, I don't know, you've committed some sort of crime and instead they freeze you. I can't remember exactly how that happened for that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. You come out in the future, they have the 3 seashell things and all that. Rat burgers galore. And they're like going like, oh, you can't say controller. And you're like, why? It's like, oh, a controller, it could refer to some sort of remote vibrator device. Oh, that's too lewd. Like, wash your mouth out. I just think there are so many, like, you know, acts, so many kinks and stuff. I don't think any word is safe anymore. I'm like looking around the room. Is there something in here like, oh, glass? It's like, oh, well, glass. There's, I mean, have you seen the latest range of butt plugs? Easy to clean, they're glass. When you refer to glass in someone now, you refer to sticking something up there. You know what? What else have I got in here? I mean, don't get me started with cup. I've got a cup in here. Sheesh. Plug. I've got the end of a plug on my desk, which I got ripped off my electrical heater, which I wish right now I had because it's fucking freezing in my office. We all know what a plug is. I referred to it as before. I think everything is getting ludified. And goddamn it must stop. my lexicon. I can't even. I can't even formulate the word I want to say. But yeah, my lexicology is just not broad enough to have to skirt around certain words. Okay, there are some words which definitely, you know, fence them off. We don't need them anymore, and they are offensive. But can we please stop drawing stuff in to, like, you know, these dangerous categories, which are just like your normal everyday words, because honestly, I'm too dumb. I'm simply too dumb to deal with that. Anyway, I'll speed some time up now. There you go. I did not even know that I could put this tube on the table again. Actually, while I'm here, I really don't want to put this in the cupboard. This, can I put it on the wall? I'd love to just hang it on the wall. I think, though, I can't. I think it has to be in here. Alright, fair enough. Oh, it does say this is a recycling bin as well. Nice. Anyway, you're in the condition container, and I need to wait 21 days. Okay. It's still 10:07 in the morning. Like always, I like to, you know, do my brewing early. Grab this. Let's go and taste this beer. And please do not be too flavorful, because I don't know how to make it much less flavorful than this. Alright, we are very pale. No surprise there. We were going for that. It's actually surprisingly flat. I thought it wouldn't be very high, but I thought it'd be a bit further along the scale. It's very malty. We'd expect that because they put, like, no hops in. Oh, this might be too malty. Oh, the biscuit is 6.3! I don't think I can use it. God damn it. Alright, what do we call this? There we go. This is far too flavorful to be light, so we'll call it that. I don't really have an American type bottle. We'll go with the long neck bottle. I think this is more like, I mean, this is very British style. If this was, I don't know if it's got it in the game. Imagine instead of like it going inwards at the bottom, like tapers inwards, instead it goes outwards. And you know, you don't have all the dimples around the side. I'm sure they've got a specific name. I'm not aware of them, apologies. That'd be more like an American style tankard. Well, we'll use the British one because it's the closest thing I can get to like an American type beer. Again, I really wish they had some more templates to this game. But, hey ho. Alright, I'll use the square one. The illustration, we can change this, we learned. What is the most American thing here? You know what? This kind of reminds me of Law and Order. Very American. Okay, and then we obviously have to go with red. I don't know what colour I'm changing here. White. Background. Is this the actual full... Yeah, okay. Let's have... It's pretty bold for me to make this one blue. You know what? I like it. Let's make this blue. That doesn't look like he's doing absolutely anything. Background border. Let's make this white. Even though he says it is. Clearly isn't. Then the text. We'll get you in white as well. Please. Ooh. It's weird that the beer name text is right at the bottom. That'd be one of the first things I would, you know, have on the list. What is the most American font here? Nern. Sure. This style text. You know what? Get it in white. And the volume needs to be in white too. Perfect. Please let me use this one as the complicated one. God damn it! I knew it. Flavor note is above 4. I can't use it. This is a little bit tricky. So, I got Beyond the Pale achievement. I made an unbelievably pale beer. Sorry, cause heavy. Top shelf for you. Right, what is the grand plan? I think this has to be the beer. I guess I use less pale ale. Because that must be where it got it from, the 3 kilos of the grain. I don't even know why I've come here. Nor do I know why I came here. It has to be right. It has to have been this that caused it. Is there anything else that's lower than that? What about a really, really pale thing? These have like caramel 9 though. Let me check if there's any like really weak grains on here that don't impart that much flavor. Grains, please. Oh, there we go. I found it. The clue was in the name. American Pilsner. We've done it. Okay. I haven't unpacked it, have I? It's a centerpiece. Right. Need you. Need you. Don't need you, actually. I needed you. But whatever. You can just sit over here until I need you. You're here. You're here. Right, we get it right this time. I need the Pilsner. I'm not messing around this time. I do need enough, like, sugars and stuff from this, though, for fermentation to, you know, occur. Let's go with 2 kilos. This is going to be the palest thing you've ever did see. Oop, trying to skip time for no reason. Okay, that's precarious. Every time. The hardest thing in this game, filling the pot. Don't talk to me. Okay, we've done this, we've done this. We just need to get you up to temperature. Right, perfect. In. Fast. Formula 1 pit stop. Ooh, a little bit too much. Alright, that's not the end of the world. We're going to 8:29. Perfect. I'll just take this all the way now. Lid off. We perform a mash out. Interestingly, I can't skip through my recipe thing. That's all also definitely going in, by the way. Don't worry about it going over the side. That's the mash out done. Then tube it up. I wasn't raised in a barn. Let's close the kitchen hob. Knob. Another word. Knob. The kitchen hob knob. Give me back the knob. I don't want it to be a lewd word. It just means, you know, like something coming out of something else. You know what I mean? You have a flat surface and like a little, you know, especially for me, a little lump, a little bit of an extrusion. I want that just to be called the knob. Nothing wrong about it. It's just what it's called, goddamn you. Anyway, you need to go up to 100 again. We're doing it. We're not doing it. We're definitely not doing it. I think what I did before was fine. You know what? Maybe it was too much. Maybe it was too much 25. Let's put 5 grams in for 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to 49. I'm not even messing around. You know what? You get 8.5 minutes. Hopefully that doesn't scorch my countertop. Do you think my countertop is actually real wood? And not like a... it's not really vinyl, but like a plastic coating on it instead. To make it look like it's wood. But it's actually like chipboard or something. I think this is real wood. I think in this reality, we've done well for ourselves. I'm not sure how much support that beam is offering. With the curvy bits of wood. It is very aesthetically pleasing. Also, what the fuck are the lights pointing at? Why would you fit the lights there pointing at the skylight? Is it for ambiance? Maybe. And also, what's this little window here? What good is that for anyone? Is that a window for giants? I want the spout pointing towards me when I'm sat down, please. Okay, let's speed up some time. You are done. I should have taken that out. Fuck me. I know, contamination. I'm washing it, it's in. Right, this has been cooled. It needs to go into a fermentation container now, which I already got out. It's here. Alright, yeast, best of luck to you. I apologise, there's not much of a food source in there for you to, you know, ferment with. But that's the way that they want it, I'm afraid. If it's me, I'd be throwing in, you know, honey, I'd be throwing in, like, treacle and stuff. You know, interesting flavours. I would have thrown in, like, plenty of malty and hoppy flavour notes. I'd probably throw in too much, to be frank. But the people at Home and Hearth, they're cowards, honestly. Simply put, they're cowards. Right, 20 more days. Then, give me that corn sugar. $150 going in. So close. And conditioning. And a tube. God, please, whoever makes this biodegradable tubing sponsor me instead. That's what I really want. Okay. Perfect. There. Here. There. In. How many days? 21. Right. This has to be it, right? Oh my god, the colour is 1.3. It might not even be classified as a beer. Oh, it's accepting it. Holy Mother of God. I've made Appleade. Don't do it. Don't do it. How can you be crisp and clean 7? I refuse to believe. It's 2.95%. I don't know if that's legally actually an alcoholic beverage. You're a Scottish light. There you go. This. Oh my god. We'll get it. Don't worry about it. Illustration. I would like the colour to be... You know what? We're going to flip things around this time. You're going to be blue here instead. The text is going to be red instead. And the background is going to be white. Okay? We said we were going to use Nern. The ABV text. Oh, fuck, I've already done that one. It's the percentage. Wait, that was the percentage. Game? You're confusing me. But then I need the style text. I think this isn't going to accept it again, by the way. Also, I'm pretty certain I had to have it at least what was it? It was like at least 3. And it's 0.9. There we go. Perfect. We've done it. It doesn't have at least 6 flavor notes. I don't care. Home and Hearth, enjoy. They're now a friend of mine. I got another magnet. You know what? Like I said at the start of the episode, this is the beer that I want people to take who say they like beers, but what they really like are actually the lager type beers. So you know what? Actually, no, that's too special. What did I put up here? I put the contest beer there. Damn, I need more shelving. I can't put it in the mantelpiece. That's barbaric. Let's just have it by the radio. There we go. Ideally, I'd like to make another, 6 of these or something and line them up. And then someone comes in and they're like, oh, like, nice beer paraphernalia. And I'm like, yes, my friend. Would you like to partake in a beer? And they're like, why, indubitably, I would like to. What beers do you have? And I'm go, oh, I have a Coors Not So Light. Would you like one? And they're like, yes, that sounds quite refreshing, in fact. And I'm like, indeed. And then I sneak away and grab this one off my top shelf instead. And I have that one. And I was like, oh no, you wouldn't like this. Anyway, we're done with this month now, so we can advance to the next season. So on the current season, yes. We're in winter. Do we have the competition results? Hey brewer, now that you have your hands on a set of medium-sized equipment, it's time for the next stage in Rose's fundraising master plan, TM. I've managed to recruit Home and Hearth to the cause, and together we've organised a big old barbecue for the Rowing Club fundraiser. Sounds delightful. We both agree that one of your beers would be just the thing to put people in a generous mood. But there'll be a lot of thirst to quench, so you'll need to put that larger, I thought you said lager for a second, I was about to cry, that larger set of equipment to good use. There's a job in the quarterly for it. It would mean the world to me and the rowing club if you could get involved. My reward is a bag of yeast. Complete the job an awesome brew. Get it? Awesome! I like it. You know what? I mock it, but I'm going to make that joke next episode. Great news, brewer. My favourite local brewery, Ruffled, I like the name, are going to feature in the quarterly. They're a brewery that like to push boundaries, whilst also having the technical know-how to create pristine beers. My kind of people. The first job in the quarterly is an ideal excuse to create a hazy storm of a beer. Remember to use grains with high protein to really kick up those clouds. Which gives me an idea. You should pick up a glass carboy if you haven't got one. That way you'll get to see your hazy masterpiece before you move it to the barrel. Even better, check on the carboy throughout fermentation to see the yeast working its magic. If you're anything like me, you'll end up gawking at all the krausen at the top. Chemistry's wild. And if I do this, I get a reward of Premium Munich. Thanks, Pat. Okay, so we have to make batch size medium. Understood. And they just want an ABV between 1 and 4%. But ideally it's between 3 and 4. Okay, that is definitely next episode's job. And then they want a tropical fruit hazy beer. Oh my god, I want to work for you, Ruffled. I love your logo. That's incredible. If I saw a beer can with that logo on it, I'd be like, that's caught my eye. God damn Damn it! I want no competition results. I have to wait for another season. Oh well, that'll do it for this episode. Next time we'll deal with these 2 quests. Hopefully they don't seem too difficult. I'm sorry, they wanted me to get a carboy as well. Let me just see what a carboy is. I think it was one of these, right? This was for the hazy one, so I'll grab a small one for now. Alright, it did... Yeah, it can be small. Okay, I'll pick up a small one then. And then we're all ready for the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a like, comment, subscribe, everything helps me out. And I'll see you on the next part. Goodbye.